Home and away spoilers. Leah Patterson faces fallout as her betrayal shatters family bonds. In Home and Away, tensions are set to explode in Summer Bay as Leah Patterson's well-intentioned but misguided actions lead to a dramatic fallout with her nephew Theo Poulos. What begins as a protective gesture soon spirals into a full-blown family crisis, threatening to fracture relationships and test loyalties in ways few could have predicted. The fallout begins. Theo hospitalized in brutal attack. The drama begins when Theo Poulos finds himself at the receiving end of a brutal assault. Gage Reynolds, the notorious leader of the River Boys gang, discovers Theo has been romantically involved with his girlfriend, Lacey Miller. In a violent fit of rage, Gage attacks Theo, leaving him seriously injured and hospitalized. As news of the assault spreads through Summer Bay, those closest to Theo rush to his side. Among them is his aunt Leah Patterson, a woman known for her fierce love and unwavering loyalty to her family. But this time, Leah's protective instincts take a controversial turn, one that will have far-reaching consequences. Leah's cold ultimatum: stay away from my nephew. Upon discovering the reason behind Theo's injuries, Leah confronts Lacey with an ultimatum: stay away from Theo for good. Believing that Lacey's involvement in Theo's life is what brought him to harm, Leah takes swift, uncompromising action to ensure her nephew's safety. She forbids any further contact between the two, going so far as to influence Lacey's eventual relocation to a secure safe house. To Leah, this is a necessary move. In her eyes, removing Lacey from Theo's life is the only way to keep him out of further trouble. But the plan backfires catastrophically. Unseen wounds. Theo struggles with recovery. In upcoming scenes, viewers will witness a physically battered yet emotionally scarred Theo as he struggles to navigate the difficult path of recovery. While doctors remain cautiously optimistic about his prognosis, Levi Fowler and Remy Carter grow increasingly concerned that Theo's mental and emotional turmoil is stalling his physical rehabilitation. Levi, always the voice of reason, urges Theo to stay focused on his exercises, warning him of the long-term consequences if he doesn't commit to the recovery process. But Theo's mind is elsewhere, consumed with worry over Lacey's unexplained absence. Her silence eats away at him, and he begins to suspect that something more sinister is at play. If she's not here, something's wrong, Theo tells Remy during an emotionally charged scene. She'd never just walk away, not without a reason. Theo convinces himself that Lacey's disappearance isn't voluntary. Unaware of Leah's behind-the-scenes interference, he becomes obsessed with finding out the truth. And when the truth does finally surface, it sets off a chain reaction that threatens to destroy the fragile bonds of trust that still exist between him and Leah. Leah's guilt comes to light. Driven by mounting guilt, Leah finally confesses the truth to Theo. She visits him in the hospital, hesitantly revealing that Lacey's absence is no accident. She admits that she personally told Lacey to cut ties and leave town, believing she was acting in Theo's best interests. But rather than bringing peace, Leah's confession shatters the already delicate relationship she shares with her nephew. Theo's reaction is one of immediate and unfiltered rage. "You had no right," he snaps, his voice laced with betrayal. "You treated me like a child. You decided what I needed without even asking me." Leah tries to defend herself, explaining that she was only trying to protect him, but Theo isn't willing to listen. The damage is done. Lacey's goodbye. A final conversation that changes nothing. Eventually, Lacey reaches out to Theo. The conversation, though brief, is heartfelt. She explains that she's being moved to a new safe house under police protection and that their relationship, for now, must come to an end. She tells him it's for his safety and hers, but Theo refuses to accept it. "Why are you listening to her?" he demands. "You should have stayed. We could have figured this out together." Lacey, teary-eyed and heartbroken, assures him that she still cares, but says goodbye anyway. Her words are sincere, but they do little to soften the betrayal Theo feels toward his aunt. To him, Leah's actions were a violation of trust that cannot be easily repaired. A rift between Leah and Justin Morgan. Things go from bad to worse when Justin Morgan and Leah are both thrown out of Theo's hospital room. The incident only deepens the growing divide between the two. Outside the hospital, emotions run high. Leah, visibly shaken, blames Justin for indulging Theo and being too lenient. "You helped him build that damn car," she shouts. "The same one that nearly killed him." Justin fires back, accusing Leah of being controlling and failing to respect Theo as an adult. "You don't get to micromanage his life," he argues. "He's not a little boy anymore." The argument escalates into a shouting match that spills out into the street before both walk away, furious, defeated, and emotionally drained. The sense of family unity that once held them together now feels irreparably broken. Protest. Cutting ties with Leah. In the following days, Theo remains cold and distant. He refuses to answer Leah's calls or acknowledge her visits. His message is loud and clear: he wants nothing more to do with her. To him, Leah crossed a line that can't be uncrossed. At the diner, Irene and Marilyn attempt to console Leah, but it's clear she's carrying the full weight of her actions. Haunted by regret, Leah begins to question everything. Did she overstep? Did she act out of love or fear? It felt like the right thing to do, she confides in Irene. But maybe I was just trying to control something I couldn't. Leah's internal struggle is one that many viewers may empathize with. The desire to protect the people we love, even if it means making difficult decisions that come at a cost. But in Theo's eyes, her actions represent a betrayal of trust so deep it threatens to rewrite the dynamics of their relationship permanently. A community divided. Opinions clash in Summer Bay. Word of the incident spreads quickly, dividing opinions in Summer Bay. While some sympathize with Leah, understanding her desire to keep Theo safe, others believe she went too far. Alf Stewart, ever the traditionalist, sides with Leah, stating, she did what any responsible adult would do. The boy got himself involved with gang business, he's lucky he's alive. But others, like Kirby and even Felicity, express concern about the long-term emotional fallout. You can't make someone's choices for them, Kirby says during a conversation with Remy. Not without consequences. This split mirrors a broader theme that's becoming central to Home and Away's current storyline. When does protection become control? And can broken trust ever be fully restored? Looking ahead, is redemption possible? Despite the chaos, Home and Away fans know that Leah Patterson is a character with depth and resilience. While she may have made mistakes, her motivations stemmed from a place of love. The question now is whether she can mend the rift with Theo, and whether her family unit can ever return to the harmony it once had. In the episodes to follow, expect emotional reckonings, raw conversations, and possibly, a slow path toward reconciliation. But nothing will be easy. Our Home and Away insider teases, Theo's not the same kid he was when he arrived in Summer Bay. He's grown, he's hardened, and Leah? She's going to have to fight harder than ever to win back his trust. This storyline is going to shake things up in a big way.